No! Red Ring of Death! Again! What up, gamers? Mace from Team Headkick. I made a video because I got the Red Ring of Death, which sucks. So you guys said you wanted a tutorial on how to fix it, so I'm going to do my best to do that. First thing you're going to need, there's a few things you're going to need. Your Xbox, obviously, but there's some tools of the trade. You're going to want a Phillips head screwdriver. That'll help you out. This is a Allen wrench. It's actually a hexagonal Allen wrench, and you need a specific size. I'm going to go ahead and put that down in the description because I don't know it off the top of my head. But this is something you actually have to buy. It doesn't really come in tool sets. I got this one here, this little guy, if you can see it. I got this at Radio Shack. It was like $6, so you're going to have to spend a few dollars, but it pales in comparison to how much you'll have to spend to replace your Xbox and get a new one. Let me say this first. If you have a warranty on your Xbox, if it's still under warranty, it's probably the best bet to send it into Microsoft because they will fix it and replace it for you, and it won't void your warranty. Once you open this box, you have to cut a sticker, and once you do that, it voids your warranty. So if you have the warranty, utilize that. If you don't, like me, then you have to do it yourself. I've had this Xbox since the first Xbox 360 shipped. It's the first run production, and I've gotten the red ring on it now for the third time. Most of the time, it's a heatsink issue. Microsoft went really cheap, El Cheapo in fact, on the heat sinks, and so the system overloads and overheats. And that is the #1 cause. That's 90% of the red ring of deaths. Some of them are hardware conflicts, and if that happens, this fix won't fix that. One of the other things you need, thermal paste. We're going to put this on the bottom of the CPU and the GPU, and I'm going to open up the box in a minute and show you. You don't have to buy expensive thermal paste. Any thermal paste will do. This was the cheap stuff. I got it for about, I don't know, $2-3, something like that. But there's other stuff that they'll charge you $40 or $50 for. You don't need that. Don't get that. It's just a waste of money. You can get it at any electronics store, Fry's, Best Buy even, Radio Shack. Most of them have it. So you need a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, this little hexagonal Allen wrench, and thermal paste. And that's all you need. So I'm going to open the box. If you guys feel I'm going too fast for you, I'm sorry. I'm a little tech savvy, a little hardware savvy. You need to be too to do this fix. If you're not, then there are other YouTube tutorials, and they actually break down how to open the box and all that stuff. I'm going to assume that you guys actually know a little bit about what you're doing, and I'm going to try to make this kind of fast. So, cool. I'm going to cut to that. But let's not forget the most important thing you need. You have to have this to fix your Xbox 360. Beer. You have to have beer. It doesn't need to be Bud Light. It can be any kind of light beer. It can be any kind of beer at all. It doesn't even have to be beer. It can be whiskey. But you need something to anesthetize the pain from having spent hundreds of dollars on your Xbox 360 and now having to fix it yourself. Fucking Microsoft. Alright guys, we'll start it up. Very important that we get these really clean, and you're going to want to blow out this entire area. As you can see, I've got dust in mine. It's dirty. That's probably a contributing factor, so I'm going to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to add new thermal paste to both of these. Yeah, it's very dry. It's very gross. So we're going to clean all this off so that it's super clean, even put some alcohol in it so it's super clean. And then we're going to reapply thermal paste, and we're going to spread it very thinly over both of these. And once it's applied and spread very thinly, we're going to put the heat sinks back on, and then we'll go from that point. It's really not that complicated once you get inside. The trick, though, if you're going to take it apart, make sure you remember how you took it apart so you can put it back together. There's only a few pieces you really need to worry about, the fans in the back, the heat sinks, but everything connects to the motherboard, and you need to remember where it connects. So, moving on. Okay, so you see we have removed, all the thermal paste. See how shiny those are? Nice and shiny. That's what we want. We don't want any thermal paste on or around these. And there we go too. You should see a mirror reflection. See that? They're like little mirrors. So you want them to be that clean. That's what we're going for, guys. Now what you're going to do is put a little drop right there, and right there. Okay, on your GPU and your CPU. Then we're going to spread it around nice and thin. You can use a credit card if you want to. I just use my finger, but you want to make sure every little piece of this is covered with the thermal paste. Okay, I just used my finger to do this to show you, but see how they're nice and covered now? I just use my pinky. You want to smooth them all down. No lumps. No lumps at all. You want it to be really flat. The heat sinks are going to melt to it, basically. So we want a nice good layer, but a nice thin layer that is smoothed down. One thing I forgot to add is you want to take your heat sinks and you want to clean off the thermal paste from those too. Same thing with this heat sink here. See all that crap? I want to get that off. Okay guys, once you get everything put back in the box, what we're going to do is we're going to overheat our Xbox on purpose. What that means is you do not want to plug your fans back in yet. So keep your fans removed. When you turn your Xbox back on, you're going to plug in the AV cable and the power cable. What you're going to see is you still have the 3 red rings going around. You're going to leave it on. It's going to take about 20 minutes for your Xbox to heat up to the point that it shuts itself off. Once that happens, it'll go to 2 blinking red lights. So again, you're going to leave your Xbox on, you're going to let it cook and get hot. This is going to merge the CPU and the GPU to the heat sinks and fix any problems that way. So you're going to let it overheat on purpose. Once it overheats, it will go to 2 blinking red lights. At that point, you're going to want to cut the power off. Once it turns to 2 blinking red lights instead of 3, you're going to cut the power off. Let it sit for a sec. Alright guys, so I let it sit overnight to cool down, which you don't need to do. You need to let it cool down for like maybe 10 minutes, but I ended up having too many beers and having too much fun. So we're going to check in on it right now. You guys saw me leave it. So now we're going to turn it on and we're going to see if it red rings. There we go. 4 green lights. We are sexy. So that's about it, guys. Once you have overheated it and it's gone to 2 blinking red lights, as you see, you turn it off, you let it cool down, and then it should fix it. At that point, the next time you turn it on, you shouldn't have the red ring. Everything should work that way. So if it's an overheating issue, that's how you do it. You guys saw it with me. Now, once it does work, what you need to do is put back everything. Your CD disk drive, you need to make sure your fans are plugged back in, put the casing back on, put everything back how it was, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As you can see, it works, and I'm going to show you now that my box is put back together. Let me go ahead and turn it over here. I put everything back together. Let's kick it on. And as you can see, we are back. And that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you learned something, and hope it works for you. It costs about 12 bucks. You got to buy some thermal paste, you got to buy a little tool, and that's it. And that's your big to Microsoft for screwing you in the first place. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace.